I want to take you through a passive income example today. And it wasn't really passive, but it kind of was. Wow, here we go. What a starter. What an introduction. Okay, so let me set the scene. I think it's around 2017, 2018. I'm very sleep deprived. I only have one child. He's in that stage. He's maybe like two and a half. He's ramming about. He's in that stage where on one level you can leave them to it, and on the other level they've created some chaos in the other room, and you come back and you're like, whoa, what's happened here? Anyway, I remember it very distinctly. I was standing at my kitchen counter and I was making spag bowl. And I was in that kind of stirring process. I was trying to hide loads of vegetables so my child wouldn't find them all. He was in that stage, you know, when they pick out the food and you're thinking, no, don't. That's the good stuff. That's the good vitamin stuff. Anyway, I blended it and it was fine. Back to the story. I looked at my phone and I did a cartoon, like double take, because I had two payments that came in within about a minute of each other. And these were two payments that essentially were passive because it was somebody buying a course, something that I'd created already. So if we look at this and we break it down, I'd created that course for free, for example. So I wasn't like charging for my time for that. So I hadn't been paid to create the course. But essentially, once it was created, I could sell it as many times as I wanted. And I remember looking at these two payments that came in, and number one, being absolutely blown away that I'd been able to figure this out, that somebody could access what they need to access. I could create something. Somebody who was born in 1981, I could create something. Somebody could buy it and send me the money, and that I could be paid whilst I was creating spag bowl. And the whole process took a moment for me to process, essentially, because it felt so out of what I expected my life and business to be. I hadn't seen examples of portfolio careers before. I hadn't seen examples where you get paid to create. I hadn't seen examples of, like, nobody spoke to me about investing or having, I don't know, a property portfolio that pays you a recurring revenue. None of these phrases were in my head and in conversations. And it blew my mind because the two amounts put together covered my bills for the entirety of the month and beyond. So it was quite a thinker. The other thing that then, after I'd sort of done all of that work for myself, the next thing that dawned on me was, it's so good that those people can get my course right now because I'm busy at the moment making spag bowl. And I'm at home with my little lad, and this is what we're doing. So technically I'm unavailable because I didn't have any childcare and it's just us here. And that really shifted things for me, because often there is a perception and a conversation around passive income where it's just like one person making loads of money. You know, that's how the internet very much talks about, like, I made all of this, I did this. And I get so many YouTube adverts served to me like, hi, I'm worth whatever. And quite often it's not about the customer. It's not about who they've helped. It's about how much wealth that they've accumulated. And for the first time in that process, in me looking at my spag bowl and going, well, it's not finished and I've got to feed my son, there was a real shift for me and a realization that those people could get on with it and do what they wanted to do. Because I also know that as the customer, I am that person who wants the answer now. If I get my head around, so for example, if I think about something I want to cook for dinner tonight, I love the fact that I can walk to the end of the road and I'm pretty much on a high street and I can buy the ingredients that I want to cook and I can make the dinner I want to have. I love that. I don't want to wait until 4 weeks on Tuesday until I can buy those ingredients. I want to buy them now. Sound like very Veruca Salt. I'm so sorry. I want a golden goose, Daddy. No, I want to buy them now and I want to cook it tonight because I love that element. And I also know that people in business, or when it comes to investing or like the thing that they need, there's usually quite a big chunk of time, which is essentially the warm up, where they're thinking and pondering and looking at prices and considering. But once they are good to go, oh my goodness, there's nothing stopping them. So that whole process really just showed me the power of that. And it's something I'm so passionate about talking about, especially with people who are perhaps mums or carers, or they need to manage lots of things in their life, but they still want to welcome income in that way from their own creations. If that is you, come and talk to me because I can work through that end-to-end process with you. Because again, sometimes it starts with I've sort of got an idea, but I haven't done anything with it. Or sometimes it's an idea you've had and you've got so far, but it's never been completed. Or I once got an email from somebody who said, I've completed my online course and I've had it on my computer for 2 years, but I haven't set it live yet. There can potentially be so many obstacles along the way. And so it would be such a joy and such a pleasure to support you through that process so you actually get it done. And I can show you because I've done it. And I've done it for the last 10 years. I figured out how to work out that technology, how to figure out how all of these pieces join together so you actually complete the process. How good would that feel? Have you got an idea? Maybe you haven't got an idea. Maybe we need to map things out. Maybe you've got 14 ideas and you need to streamline them. Either way, let's have a conversation. I can do this in a strategy session. If you need longer, do my monthly moves or my 100 days, whatever suits you. But please do not leave this course on your computer just kind of being stale and doing its thing. It's time for you to release it and get paid and help people while you do something else like making spag bowl. Send me a message, check the description, and let's get moving and shaking.